Well, oh well, here we go. Day number 7. We've already hit all 7 states. We've hit Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. We're going to go back through Missouri a little bit and then back in Arkansas. 9 states in 7 days. Only one other time in my life have I ever gone through 7 states, but I did it in one day, traveling to the East Coast. That we didn't enjoy anything. It was an all-night drive. Did not enjoy anything. It was a good visit. We just blew through the states. So, have a little something we're going to do here in Topeka, and then we're going to hit the road and see what the road brings us. Coffee time. Well, had a slight setback. That tire light, low pressure tire light, came back on and put some air in the tire, and I looked there, had a nail in it. So I took it to Kansas Land Tire, a Goodyear dealer. They took care of me right off the bat, only knocked us back about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and $23. So thank you, Kansas Land Tire in Topeka. Now on with the adventure. And after our little setback, we have made it to the state capital of Kansas, here in Topeka. There's the visitor center entrance. And we are visitors from the exterior. It's got the dome. It's got the guy with a bow and arrow shooting north. I like the bronze top. I'm gonna go in and check it out. Down here in the ground floor, and this is the foundation of the building, and you can see the tooling marks from when they quarried it to break out each rock. And if I can find, this is limestone, and there are actually little fossils inside of this, which is pretty cool. Archways. I have no idea what that was for. Meditation. It kind of feels like we're in a castle here on the bottom floor. It doesn't. Here's some more of those layers of fossils from when this was an ancient seabed. Look at this. This is so wild. It is a true labyrinth down here. It just keeps winding, and you can't go through the same place. Whoa. And then there's skylights. It allows you to see up, but it just keeps going. Haven't crossed the same path twice. Representatives' offices are down here, along with old fair posters. Crawl through there. Incredible. These little things are cool. Here's a copper door from the Capitol Dome. And then a viewing window. Can't go to the dome. They have the tour suspended. But if we were to go to the dome, we would be looking north, and where this car is parked right here is where I'm parked. This, I believe, is a ash cleaning access for when there was a wood fire heating the building. We walked the perimeter, now we're in the interior of the basement. Holy mackerel. Tylosaurus. This is a fossil
second floor, and here are the staircases that lead up to the 5th floor. There's 2 of them. Here in the rotunda, there are directional markers for north, south, east, and west, and a certain color tile to show that you are directly in the middle. Hope that chandelier doesn't fall. There are quite a few murals painted along. A replica Liberty Bell, presented in 1976. That is special. And here is the west wing of legislator offices, and another staircase that leads upward or down if you're up there. Nice bathrooms here in the Capitol. Wooden doors, floating johns, tile floors, wooden dividers. You know how I am with Capitol bathrooms. Go to the 5th floor and walk down. So here on the 5th floor, you can get a little better view of the murals. Too bad we can't get up top. Here is a door that is a basic half door, and then a few floors down, the balusters and the stairway are all made of copper. That's a lot of polishing to keep those from patinaing, from turning to patina. So here is the Senate gallery. Very beautiful and ornate. Little benches. And this is the House of Representatives viewing gallery. A lot more seats. Ornate, but not as ornate as the other. Marble pillars. And a much larger viewing area. Murals painted upon the ceiling. Cool. And here is the ground floor of the House of Representatives. Basically, where they would come to speak, right up here. They would be speaking to all of these people, or my wife. In the gallery, that's where we just were, right there. Here's another view of the rotunda from the 3rd floor. They have one of those sliding door elevators, but it is out of commission at the moment. Here is the Senate chamber. Very beautiful, very ornate, a little more classy than the House. Here is a mural dedicated to the Brown versus Board of Education, which desegregated schools helped desegregate schools across the nation, and especially here in Kansas and in Little Rock, Arkansas, with the Little Rock Central High School crisis in 1957, which in turn leads to the Supreme Court, the Kansas Supreme Court, which it had to go through here to be able to make it to the United States Supreme Court. That's where the justices sit, and that's where you speak, and here's where you sit. So they have these life sliders, which you can put someone in them and then push them down the stairs, because if the elevators, like right there, go out of service, you would have to come down these stairs. I hope they never have to use them, but boy, wouldn't that be fun? And here are some statues from very prominent people. Dwight D. Eisenhower, which became the president, and Amelia Earhart, she was a pilot. And then there's Arthur Caper, was a governor and a senator. And then we got this doughbelly, William Allen. He is a Pulitzer Prize winner. Look at that belly sticking out. We have lots of murals depicting Kansas life. And here is the office of the governor, right behind that door. And I don't know if he's here. Going down. Well, that concludes the inner part of the Kansas state capitol. Pretty interesting building. Lots of neat things to look at in there. Now we're going to tour the outside and see the few memorials that they have around here. Beautiful day. About 52 degrees right now. Here is another replica of the Statue of Liberty, donated by the Boy Scouts of America. And you remember, if you've been watching this series of videos, there was another replica of the Statue of Liberty in a little town in Iowa. And I don't remember which town that was, but it had a cool square and a huge pumpkin. Here's a memorial to Dwight D. Eisenhower, General and President of the United States. In the shadow view, and then the sun peeking out. Here's some potheads. And here in the foreground of the south side of the Capitol is the memorial dedicated to the pioneer women of Kansas. They had a good man that they took care of. They nurtured their children. They let the dog in the house. And by God, she carried a gun. Good job, lady. Here also on the south side is the Kansas Veterans Memorial. That's it, right there. And there's the Capitol. South side. So along the sidewalk is the State of Kansas Hall of Fame. Here's Bob Dole. Bob Dole was the first person that I ever voted for president. There's lots of them. That was him. Speaking of presidents, here's a good old Abraham Lincoln. He is a tall dude. Has anyone ever told you you have a beautiful nose? Here on the Capitol grounds is a cottonwood, the state tree of Kansas. So here on the northeast corner is the Kansas Law Enforcement Memorial, honoring law enforcement that died in the line of duty. Here on the grounds of the Kansas State Capitol. All right, so here is the recap. Capitol is a cool place to visit.
It's free, of course. The Capitol grounds are nice to walk around. It's a beautiful day. And we did take home some souvenirs. I didn't see a gift shop at all. So thanks for the souvenirs, Kansas. On to the next. On the road here in Burlington, Kansas. And this is the Music Box, a place for live music that has seen better days. It's here on their main street with the red brick buildings. Not really a town square, but there's the buildings. And if you look here, this is probably been cruising this street for years. Here is the back of the Music Box, and you can see where it says live family entertainment Saturday nights. And then it says visit remarkable Coffrey County Museum 7 blocks west. I don't know if that's still here, but I can tell you who is here. This little guy right here and his buddy Snoopy. So they have a caboose here on the corner of 4th and Neosho, which is also Highway 75, 4th Street. And here on this blustery day, have a couple classic cars. This one here, though, that's just ultra special. I have no idea what this is. But it's pretty slick. Just stopped in at this laundromat. There's a Royal Rumble WWF pinball machine. Out of quarters. I don't know what's happening here in Burlington, but I think we need a split. So we stopped in an antique store and ended up coming across a little deli where we ate. I had a turkey melt and some vegetable soup, and it was delicious. The wife had a chicken sandwich and sweet potato fries, all for $16. Now we're running. The Vintage Sisters Cafe. There's the Carnegie Free Library right behind the Trump train flag. Here's the Mason Lodge of Burlington, chartered in 1868. I always say, when I pass these, more than likely a virgin was penetrated in this building. Great little detour here in Burlington, Kansas. We are getting in the car and getting out of here. Amber waves of grain. Whoa. All right, here we are in Oklahoma, which that would make it 8 states in 7 days. Today is the 7th day, and I have made it to an 8th state. And then I look at my monument and I say, I am in Missouri. And then I take a step back and I'm back in Kansas, Dorothy. I'm looking for you. So here we are. The 3 corners of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. My hand is in Kansas. My thumb is in Missouri. My palm is in Oklahoma. And I don't know what this is, but it is some sort of thing. It is a rock sculpture. And it looks like it's had Nazis here. The SS.
It has no other markings, and there is a rock wall right here. I have no idea what this is for, but there is a path that leads up here, and I am going on this with you, and I have no idea. Somebody's been drinking small amounts of booze. There is a small path. I see a fence, and this fence, I believe, is the border of, there's a casino that's through there. Oh! Somebody's memorial right here. Somebody's memorial. And here is a U.S. Coast and Geotech survey marker from 1935. So that's what's up here, along with a few dead trees. No entrance. Ooh, buffalo are wild and dangerous creatures. There's buffalo in there? It says right there, buffalo. I just heard one. I don't know if you heard one. I hope this isn't electrified. You never know. And I just touched it. So I guess there's a buffalo in here. There's no sign of them trouncing through here. Huh. I'd be doggone. That would be pretty spectacular if I saw a buffalo. But I saw that memorial. I wonder who passed right there. Who knows? Well, looks like somebody has dropped their own dung. That's what that paper is for. So here it is, back down the hill. Oh, back to this monument. And a second ago, oh, this is it. The National Youth Administration Work Project. That sounds like some SS stuff, 1938. Probably not. That was more of a Civilian Conservation Corps Depression type thing. But here we are. I'm here in Kansas, about to make the loop through Oklahoma, back into Missouri. And on we go. As I was about to leave, we noticed this Christmas ornament. Everything's coming up, sunshine and Santa Claus. I don't know what that means, but it was here amongst the bushes in the Kansas portion. There's a buzzard. So here in, I don't even know where we are, there is a red castle. And what does every red castle need to be protected by? You guessed it. An Abrams. I don't know if it's an Abrams, but it's a dadgum tank. And the motto, don't kick our dog. Well, we've made it to Arkansas. Actually, this is the 4th state in an hour and a half. And we are starting the zigzaggy road down to Eureka Springs. I should probably not be filming, and I should probably have both hands on the wheel. Catch you in a bit. All right, we're gonna go over Beaver Dam on this side. is the lake, as you can see there. Lots of water. And then down there is the river. Here's the bridge. This is a little unnerving right here. Water. Huge drop off. And that's Beaver Dam. Well, it's good to finally step foot back in Arkansas. This is the dam we just traversed. There's a car going over it. You can see the water is very high there and very low there. This is a spillway, so if it gets too high, they can allow the water to flow down here. I believe it's the White River. I'm not 100% sure. But it also is a hydroelectric plant. As you can see the wires and transformers shooting out electricity. And we are at the overlook, which has a little park there. And there is a little mule, and he certainly is dirty. Gonna have to get him washed. It's good to be back home. We've traveled, well, we're not really home. We're still on our road trip, but it's good to be back in our home state. What a beautiful place it is. Caterpillars have nested in the trees, waiting to blossom into butterflies eventually. What a beautiful state this is, the natural state. And it doesn't take long for the terrain to change. More trees. We were at 1,400 feet elevation, probably a little bit less than that. We came down a little bit, but 1,400 feet. So we went from 350 feet at Little Rock up to 1,200 coming into Missouri, down to about 900 in Minneapolis, down even further. We hit about 800 feet in Nebraska, came back up into Missouri at a higher rate, 1,400 the last time I checked, and it's all downhill from here. So maybe we have a little bit more going on this evening, I don't know, but it surely is good to get out and walk. It has been a long day of traveling. Have drank lots of coffee, and I'm gonna go see if this restroom is open. Yep. America. So I was right. It is the White and Eagle rivers forming Beaver Lake, and that is called Beaver Dam. It is not made of logs, it is made of concrete and steel. White River. Thank you, Arkansas State Parks, for having an open bathroom. So down here in Eureka Springs, got somebody just sitting up here on the balcony playing music at the Basin Park Hotel. Pretty much everything is closed downtown. Ooh, except for coffee. Might do that. Well, in the room, the end of a long day, they had the Bible open to Psalms 88, 89.
And I don't know, I'm take a read on it. I don't know why it's open to this one. Calling it a day. We traveled a long ways. We'll see what tomorrow has in store. Thanks for tagging along. You guys are awesome.